Hey, welcome. My name is Faizo Kiwewa. I am the director of the BAYIMBA Foundation, Local Islands, and some of the festivals that you've heard about, like BAYIMBA International Festival of the Arts, Doadoa, the Amakula International Festival. And also we are creating new festivals now that we have a space. One of the advantages of an arts organization owning space is that you can create activities and you can program so many things throughout the year. So Local is an open space that we are really developing to become a creative space for artists to create work, to produce, to present, and also for the world to come and see some of the works that are being created here on the island. It doesn't matter where you're coming from. You are welcome to come here for residencies, for performances, for productions, and we are working so hard together with the team to make sure that this space becomes a very wonderful and conducive environment for artists to create work. We also want to tell you that our event of Doadoa, the East African Performing Arts Market, is going to be online. And with that, we've been really trying to see all the artists that we are working with, because there are many. And with the pandemic that has been really closing us down for so many days, in Uganda it was over 2 years, most of the artists really created work. They had time to concentrate, produce, work on, write, and make sure that they have content. And now that the pandemic is over, they have really produced that work and they want to present it to your audience. So we are calling upon some of the presenters who have venues, festivals, events that would like to present or to program some of the East African artists, especially also Ugandan artists. We are going to give you a catalog of some of the artists from Uganda that are ready to bring their work to your festival. And this is what this Doadoa is all about, presenting the artists who are ready to tour, who are ready to present, who are ready to perform, who are ready to come and share their work with your audience, with your venue, with your festival. And they are really excited and they are really happy that they are opened up to come and be with you. So welcome to Doadoa 2023.
God made you on a Sunday, and made you right, yeah. Katonda yatwala budde yakukiza, yamala yawumula, mama wote yakutuntuza, je tulinya we wanubuka, yakola ebintu yakukola. You my malaika, abakyala nga ggwe abamalirira, tebatera kusomika. Cause he made you completely, yeah. God made you perfectly, yeah. Wakutana ku Sunday, wakumalaje. God made you on a Sunday, He made you right, yeah. Wakutana ku Sunday, wakumalana. God made you on a Sunday, yeah, He made you right. Say, uli kumacha mkwano manye, oli mulungi kanchatule, chosabe chapangule, obakose je, obulungi wote bulinda, tebulinda, mukwano bungi buchika. Cause He made you completely, yes. God made you perfectly. Bakutana ku Sunday, bakumalaje. God made you on a Sunday, and He made you right, yeah. Bakutana ku Sunday, God made you on a Sunday, yeah, He made you right. God made you on a Sunday, Yeah, he made you right. God man, you on a Sunday. Yeah, he made you right.
My name is Allan Toniks. I'm a recording artist and a performer, a singer, a songwriter, and I also dabble into music production. I'm a guitarist as well. Yes, I'm a Ugandan artist from Uganda, East Africa, representing Africa. And I started my career way back in around 2011, straight out of high school actually, when I just joined university. I've actually been able to achieve quite a lot in my musical career so far, but there's always room to grow, and the sky is the limit, and we haven't yet touched the sky. We're still trying to reach for the stars. I've managed to perform all over the country in Uganda. I mean, I've traversed the entire country, every corner. I've also been able to perform in other areas around East Africa and even beyond. So it's been a very enriching experience. And I thank God for the opportunity to share my art and my talent with the world. And I look forward to breaking more barriers and having more achievements. My musical style, I am one of those people that along my career path, I wouldn't put myself in a box. I've had so many influences, musically speaking. I mean, I grew up listening to pop music. I also listen to a lot of reggae, a lot of soul, a lot of world music. So I have all those influences, and now we have Afrofusion, Afrobeat. So I would say my sound is Afro, but I have influences of dancehall, I have influences of reggae, and influences of R&B, and I mix it up and mash it up with some local sounds that I wouldn't be able to place in that kind of categorization, and come up with something beautiful that anyone can, experience and enjoy. I also like experimenting with new sounds. And music is one of those things that is almost limitless. My stage performances are varied. It depends on the particular performance. Some performances require maybe like a laid-back acoustic vibe. Maybe I could be just with my guitar and some keys and just doing my thing. But then I might be at a bigger stage, maybe a festival or a concert with like a whole backline and band, and that's more energetic. So I would say in that context, I would say my performances are quite energetic. I feed off the audience, I give energy, I get back energy, and then we ride the wave. As an artist that plays an instrument, if I had my way, I would always perform live, even though some scenarios or some situations, maybe you're performing at a club or something, you may not be able to do live for that particular situation. When I travel, if I'm doing a small acoustic set, I might travel maybe with like 3 or 4 people, whereas if I'm doing like a bigger set, might have like 6 instrumentalists, maybe like 3 backup vocals, and myself. I'm probably a road manager. Sometimes, depending if we're able to, I might carry a photographer as well, someone on the camera to take some to document the experience. We're always able to provide a rider to the client, and then we're able to, back and forth and figure out what's comfortable for everyone. If they're able to provide that specific instrument, say that kind of guitar that my player wants, then we go with that. But something like a guitar is easy to carry, so sometimes when they can't, we can move with that. But we provide a technical rider for all the rest of the keyboards, the drums, and mixer mics, every that kind of thing. Yes, the vibes you'll get on stage with me performing will vary. I like to give a variety when I'm on stage, so you won't have the same feeling all the way. And also, like I said, I vibe with the crowd. much as we do rehearsals and all that, but once you're on stage, sometimes you just feed off the energy of the crowd. And improvisation, sometimes when you're improvising, you get some of the most beautiful, amazing moments through improvisation. So I might step on stage by giving you goosebumps. With something soul moving, but then I'll take you on a journey. I like to take people on a journey. I'll take you on a journey, and by the time we're halfway, you'll be sweating. So you'll have an experience that is varied, an experience that is balanced. From goosebumps to dance until you sweat, you know. We have the ladies throwing their rings at me on stage. Yeah, but it's so fun. It's always a good time. That's what matters the most, having a good time. Festivals that I would often like to perform at is the Sauti za Busara in Zanzibar. There's the Lake of Stars. And then there's the Selam Festival. And then, of course, the BAYIMBA Festival in Kampala. To mention but a few. I mean, if I had my way, I would just be doing festivals all year round, because it's one of those places where if you're an artist that loves the live, because we have a lot of artists that are maybe DJ playback artists, so maybe they might not be so into that, but to have the opportunity to actually be able to do it live, and also to meet other artists from all over the continent of Africa and all over the world, share, exchange, learn from each other. I think that experience is that would be amazing. Of course, apart from being an artist, I'm also an activist for artistic rights. We have a musicians associations in Uganda called UMA, of which I'm a member and actually on the executive committee. So we're always interacting with fellow musicians, the media, all the different sectors that feed into the industry, that are stakeholders, policymakers and government, about things like copyright, artistic rights. So I'm really comfortable with engagements like that, to facilitate a talk or something. I'm really comfortable in that kind of space. There's a lot to share and a lot to learn also from other people in that kind of space. So that would be something that I would definitely be down for. So when it comes to bookings, you can book by, some people go through social media accounts which are verified, but you can use email, allantoniks.bookings@gmail.com. That is Allan Toniks, Allan double L, allantoniks.bookings@gmail.com, or you can use empire@gmail.com. Those two emails, either of them should be fine. Or you can use a phone number. I mean, whatever you're comfortable with, you can call, you can WhatsApp. Sometimes international calls, sometimes we prefer to use WhatsApp at +256 774 089 474. That's +256 774 089 474. If you want to reach out on social media, my Twitter, my Instagram, that is at Allan Toniks, basically Allan double L Toniks IKS. Just watch out for Instagram and Twitter. It's the one that's verified, the blue tick verification. Yeah, so you should be able to reach me that way. I'll make some magic happen. I've achieved quite a lot, I can't complain, in my career here locally and some other countries around the world. But I believe I still have so much more to offer and so much more to share with the world. I feel like I still have so much more to give, especially in this space of live music and festivals. So I mean, I'm ready to give 1,000%, 1,000% Allan Toniks. So I'm calling out to whoever is doing a festival in any place in the world. I am open to doing as many festivals as I could play at, I feel like it's the next logical step, to get more exposure to different platforms, and also to grow musically as I interact with other artists from other parts of the world, to exchange. Yeah, so I think that is one of the most important things I would like to achieve now. So if you're out there, you got a festival, don't shy away from hitting me up. get 1000% of Allan Toniks.